A very good evening, and thank you very much for watching the Uganda Catholic Television. More so, joining us here for Uctv News, I am Sunday Gloria Aboch on this 13th day of January 2025. Now, following President Museveni's directive banning police bonds and court bails for implicated village criminals, the Uganda Police Force has revealed that they are not yet able to enforce the order to enforce the order due to the absence of formal instructions and clarity. Addressing journalists at the police headquarters today, Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson Patrick Onyango stated that the directive cannot be implemented until the Inspector General of Police provides formal guidance to prevent confusion and misinterpretation by junior officers.
The directive of His Excellency the President to police not to give police bond. Police as an institution, we do not question the directive of the President. We act and we implement that directive accordingly. We are only waiting for a guidance from the Inspector General of Police because our junior officers on the ground, they may misinterpret the directive because His Excellency, there are particular offenses that he's interested in that are not supposed to be given police bond. But our junior officers may misinterpret that even somebody of affray case, somebody of assault case, that should not be given what? Police bond, and they might abuse it. That's why the Inspector General of Police is coming up with guidelines for us. And when that guidelines comes out, I know even next week, when my boss is here, might be able to give that position. But as per now, we are not questioning the directive of the what? Of the President. Juma Musisi has two files. Has the same file of stealing coffee or stealing goods in transit that was opened in Kawempe, and investigations were done. He is among the 5 suspects that appeared in court and they were charged. He was on remand. When he was on remand, there was another file in Mukono. Another file in Mukono that he was wanted for. Still, the file in Mukono was also stealing goods in transit. The same, it is coffee. Stealing, and the reference is the Mukono CRB 982/2024. So, police wanted him on this file of Mukono to go and appear in Mukono. But court in Nabwero were processing his bail forms and he escaped. So, he's now also on our wanted list.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has urged African leaders to adopt large-scale agriculture and stop exporting raw materials to the Western world, arguing that this practice deprives Africans of significant revenue and job opportunities. Museveni made this call at the closure of the extraordinary summit of the Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program in Munyonyo, which which brought together over 5 heads of African states and several senior government officials to adopt the CAADP Kampala Declaration for 2026-2035.
Commencing on the 9th of January, the summit, which attracted at least 5 heads of African states and governments, several senior foreign government officials from 49 African countries, and over 2,000 participants were successfully closed on Saturday upon adopting the CAADP Strategy and Action Plan, also known as the CAADP Kampala Declaration.
We'll adopt a new continental policy framework for agriculture. It will succeed the Malabo framework.
The CAADP agenda aims at transforming Africa's agriculture sector through 6 key objectives, including intensifying sustainable food production and agro-industrialization, boosting investment in agri-food systems, and ensuring food and nutrition security.
And even in this new policy framework, it's being repeated that the leaders must commit to funding agriculture to a tune of 10%.
Speaking at the high-level African Union Summit, the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, emphasized the need for Africa to transform from raw material producing economies to industrialized economies, as he demonstrated how Uganda has been missing out on colossal amounts of revenue and job opportunities by exporting unprocessed cotton.
We then realized the danger and the unfairness of confining ourselves to just producing raw materials for other countries far away to transform into finished products. A kilogram of coffee may give us $2.5 as a raw material. However, the same kilogram roasted, ground into powder, and packaged will give the cleverer foreigners who added those steps abroad $40. Africans get $2.5 per kilo, and the same kilo transformed into finished products by foreigners brings them $40. This is how Africa has been a major donor to the parts of the world that are managed by cleverer people. Sorry to use these words. We will not only lose money per kilogram of coffee, we also lose jobs. The roasting jobs, the grinding jobs, and the packaging jobs are done by the children of the foreigners, while Africa's children are drowning in the Mediterranean Sea, going to prosperous Europe.
Museveni also condemned the tendency among African states of imposing interstate trade tariffs, which he says has hindered economic development among African countries. According to Museveni, this is the reason he decisively rejected the proposal of banning Tanzania-grown rice from the Ugandan market.
On the issue of non-tariff barriers, there is no doubt that they undermine the advance of agriculture in Africa. Uganda easily produces all types of agricultural products: maize, sugar, milk, beef, poultry products, etc. The internal market is not enough. However, production is disrupted when in some years, some of the brother countries say they have bumper crops and de-license Ugandan products. Why do you de-license products of a brother country? If you have a bumper crop, let the products compete. I had some issues here with some of the Ugandan inefficient rice growers. Tanzanian rice is better and cheaper. So they were saying I should ban Tanzanian rice. I said, no, I cannot do that.
The president of Angola, who doubles as the first vice chairperson of African Union, Joao Manuel Lourenco, raised concerns over the escalating armed conflicts going on in several African countries, such as DRC, Sudan, among others, arguing that such unfortunate proceedings cannot grant the affected countries an opportunity to have their agriculture sector developed.
Apelamos às partes em conflito a considerar seriamente a necessidade de resolução do conflito pela via do diálogo. O conflito entre a RDC e o Ruanda pode conhecer desfecho em breve, se tivermos em conta os grandes avanços alcançados nos últimos meses nas reuniões do processo de Luanda a nível ministerial.
The disaffection of these young people with agriculture and the rural world, their break with the ancestral world toward urban uncertainties and perilous immigration, all these increase our existential drama.
I call on the Permanent Representatives Committee, PRC, to actively engage in reviewing the Kampala Declaration and the 10-year strategy and action plan. As an advisory body to the Executive Council, the PRC holds a critical responsibility to ensure these frameworks address Africa's priorities for sustainable agri-food system and align with the aspiration of member states.
The event marks a pivotal moment in the implementation of the Malabo Declaration, with goals to advance agricultural transformation and improve food systems across Africa, charting a new course for agriculture-led growth and resilient African continent. Joseph Kabal, Uctv News.
We can't appreciate you enough as you watch the Uganda Catholic television. I am Sunday Gloria Aboch with UCTV News. It is time for Today in History. Thank you very much for watching UCTV News. That's all we had for you this Monday evening. Do stay with us here at the Uganda Catholic Television. I'm Sunday Gloria Aboch. Have a very good night.